Hello tubes. Today's video is going to be, I'm going to be building some shelves, stick above the garage, hanging from the ceiling of the garage. I've got my wood here. The 2x2s didn't look good at Lowe's, so I ended up getting some 2x3s and 2x4s and 1/2 inch plywood, along with some fasteners. So I'm gonna try to document this to show you all. This is a really simple design. Just have some bracing on the wall, bracing from the ceiling, and then some 2x4s hanging down, and some bracing attached to that, and a piece of some plywood as a shelf. This is probably a couple 100 pounds it can hold, maybe, you know. So, and it has to go into studs. I'll try to see what I can do to time lapse this. Hey tubes, what I've done so far is I got a 2x3 up there. They seem to be a little bit more sturdier than a 2x2. You could do the same thing by taking a 2x4, ripping it in half. If you have a table saw. I don't have a table saw, I just have a circular saw. I could probably rip it in half, but it wouldn't be as good a cut as this one. So what I've done is I have marked, used a stud finder and marked on the wall where the studs are, and then marked on the wood where they were, and then just screwed it into, drilled some pilot holes, and then screwed it into the wall. Initially I had it sitting in there on that support for the garage door opener, but I wanted it a little bit higher than that in case you know, something happens and I have to change like the garage door or something, a garage door opener or something like that. I've heard of problems if you don't give it enough clearance. You have to undo this all, which you don't want to do. But you know, I'm just gonna, those are 3-inch screws going into the wall, into studs, and it has to be studs. And gonna, you know, hit each one, you know, pre-drill and put it in there. And then I'm going to start building out on the ceiling. This will be the hard part. One of those, but attached to the ceiling to then attach 2x4s to. Hey, tubes. What I've done here is I've got a 2x3 attached to the ceiling. I had some help from a neighbor to hold it in place while I got at least a couple screws up there. First thing I did was I screwed it in with some 3-inch wood screws. Then I went back with those some of those holes at 3-inch wood screws and put some 4-inch, 1/4-inch lag bolts, which my drill didn't have enough torque to put in. Maybe I should get a better one. But I got it started, and then I went ahead and used my socket ratchet them down. If you're gonna do this yourself, you'll need 2 people to get that board up there at first, and then you should use some at least 4-inch lag bolts for the weight. It'll help the weight. The next step is I'm going to need to measure how long to cut the 2x4s to go from the ceiling, attached to the ceiling, with there attached to the ceiling, so it'll meet the one that's attached from the wall. That's bracing. I should use probably 4 of them. Hey, tubes, I gotta just put these 2x4 braces up there. They're 2 feet long. That will match up to the close enough to the 2x3 on the wall there. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Approximate measuring. One thing to note: my drill driver did not have enough torque, so I had to resort to using lag bolts, in which you know, I used the drill for some of it, and then I got out my ratchet, and when the ratchet got too hard, I got out my breaker bar to get those in there. So I got 3 of them going across now. Next thing is to stick a 2x3 attached to these 2x4s, and then it's a matter of cutting plywood as the shelving. Okay, tubes, I've now added the bottom frame here part. I had asked my neighbor to help me get it up there, but the best thing to do to help you hold these is take a clamp like this and then stick it up like on there, and that'll help you hold it in place. It's also glued. It's glued, and then it's screwed in with 3-inch screws. And now it's 44 3/4 inch from here to the wall. I may have to cut off a little bit more, but we'll get there. Now I'm going to get it up in the get plywood up there, 1/2-inch plywood. Okay, tubes. I've got it. The board's up there now. I have not screwed the plywood into the framing yet, but that's pretty easy. I may paint this, but just wanted to note something. In order to get it up here, I had to cut it in half. Otherwise, this for my garage door was interfering with getting it up there. If you have a garage door that's just one big door for 2 cars, you may not have to cut it in half. But there it is. It is 45 3/4 inch from front to back for the plywood, and it is your standard 8 feet going this way. It's 1/2-inch plywood. I have to screw it down in there yet, but I haven't done it yet. I just wanted to get to this point. You may see in the front here that there's no screws in front showing. That's because they are screwed in from the back. There's your screws there and there. And let me make sure my garage door still operates. See. There we go. Later, kids. I'm up here in the storage area, just screwing them down with some bolts. Here, and some wood screws. Just these are exterior, just whatever I had. So, pallet hole drill, screw it in, and then it's not going to go anywhere. Hello, tubes. It's much later in the day. I've been cleaning up. I haven't power washed the floor yet, but just organizing things some. Haven't put the folding bench up, but that's my brother-in-law's hedge trimmer he wants me to fix. Anyway, I'll get to that whenever I can. Anyway, now, what's this look like? Looks like a clean garage, or cleaner. Now, there's my storage. Put my lawnmower bags up there, some parts. My blades are up there. I got handles up there. I've got Briggs carburetor or gas tank combination up there. Got a couple beach balls from my kids. The fan I have in the summer. This is winter now. And up there, although you can't see it, there's a bunch of handles up there. So I think I'm going to be able to get my truck in now. Well, we're going to see. Things I got left to do, mental notes for myself. Put this folding workbench up right here. build a charging station, you know, for my battery powered stuff. Put a power strip, put a pegboard here. And I was going to build a corner shelf here just to stick stuff to make use of this space. One other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself some PVC pipes, and I'm going to put my blade control cables or cables. I'm going to stick them inside of it, and then I'm going to mount that pipe to this so I can get it out of the way. Layer tubes. Lo and behold, I got my new truck in the garage. And granted, it's really tight fitting. You know, I got very little room there, maybe 2 feet, 1.5 feet maybe. And back here, you know, we're talking maybe 4 or 5 5 inches. So it fits. I'm gonna have to hang a tennis ball from the ceiling so that I know when to stop. Later, tubes.